He'll kill you? The hell?
He won't, his people will.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We're back in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. We're here with Diana. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Good, Diana. If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 57.
57. And you're originally from where?
New York.
And what's your ethnicity?
What's that?
Where are your parents from originally?
I'm Puerto Rican.
Oh, Baricua. Is that how you say it?
Mm-hmm. Boricua.
Do we have permission to use this video on our YouTube channel?
Absolutely.
All right, so Diana, let's take it back to New York. Where'd you go to high school?
I never went to high school. I went as far as the 3rd grade.
Oh, the 3rd grade?
Yeah.
Do you remember any of it?
Yeah, in fact, I remember a whole lot of it because it was very traumatizing. I started prostitution when I was 7 years old. My mother was a heroin addict, and she prostituted me out to men that were child molesters and wanted her to fondle me or have oral sex with me or let them fondle me for her heroin addiction. I had a very traumatizing childhood, but it just made me the strong person I am today.
I'm so sorry about that.
It's okay.
At 7 years old, and then you just continued it?
Yeah, I just continued. It was my life. For survival, more or less.
Did you get molested by your parents at all?
I knew my mom, but I never met my dad. I don't even think she knew him.
Hey everyone, just wanted to pause for a second and thank you so much for choosing to click on this video. If you like what you're watching, please visit the channel to check out our backlog and stick around because we're always posting new content. All the information about us you could possibly need, including our contact information, website, Cash App, and what information regarding our guests that we can provide will be in the description box. If you're interested in supporting the channel with more than your valuable time so we can keep bringing you more content, consider supporting our line of recovery apparel and accessories or send your contributions via Cash App. Once again, thank you so much for being a part of this community.
I got 7 brothers and sisters, and we're all from different dads. My mom was a prostitute and got me into prostitution at the age of 7. And from there on, I continued.
And you've been doing it for 40 years.
Just
I'm sorry,
about.
50 years.
Almost. Well, I'm 57 now,
So yeah, almost 50 years. You dropped out of school because?
My mom was a heroin addict and CPS was after her. And we were moving from motel to hotel to her dates, her tricks, houses or apartments or sometimes abandoned buildings. We were always on the run. She never stayed in one place too long. Or shooting galleries, the place where they shoot up heroin and they pay whoever.
So it was like that movie, those movies in the 80s in New York when they have those drug houses and they're all smoking
with
dope.
Halle Berry.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, losing Isaiah.
Did you have any positive memories from childhood at all?
Not really, no. When I was in the hospital for 18 months, my mom flipped me over the balcony, the 3rd floor balcony in New York, because all my teeth were abscessed and infected at the age of 10. They had to do emergency surgery because I almost died from the infection. I was 9 years old, in fact, almost 10. And she was trying to get a shot of heroin in her arm, and I was screaming, crying from the pain of my mouth being so swollen and infected. And she flipped me over the 3rd floor balcony and broke my back. I spent 18 months in the hospital.
I'm sorry.
And from there, I went to foster home, to group homes, kept running away, still looking for my mama.
And you were in these foster homes and none of them encouraged you to go to school or enrolled you in anything?
I didn't stay long enough. I kept running away and running away to the streets looking for my mom.
And where was your mom? Getting high?
Yeah.
Did she pass away or is she still alive?
She got killed when I was 12.
By who?
They blamed it on her pimp.
And you never knew your dad?
No.
How about kids? Do you have kids or other family you talk to?
Yeah, I have 4 kids, but my only son got killed in a drive-by shooting when he was 2.5 months old in California, Sunset and La Brea. I got shot, and his dad also got killed. He was holding him. It was gang-related. It was just a drive-by. But, I have 3 daughters, and to be honest, I gave them up for adoption. Not that I didn't love them, not that I didn't want them, but I wanted them to have a chance in life, something I never had. And I didn't want to bring them into the life that my mom brought me.
Were you diagnosed with anything when you were younger?
Yes, I'm bipolar, schizophrenic. I have epilepsy, and I have a very severe mood disorder where I go up and down. I could be happy one minute, sad the next, mad.
Can I share what happened the other day?
Sure.
Yeah, you had that up and down last time we talked. We tried to do an interview for about 2 hours, and then you had the little cat with you. And what happened to your cat?
Oh, she's in the house.
Oh, you got the house? Okay.
She's a little crazy.
What's your
thing.
living conditions? I know you're not homeless anymore. What?
No, right now I just got out of a 16-year relationship with a man.
Yeah.
I thought he was my dream man because we both came from the streets.
Yeah.
We kind of had the same upbringing. You know, his mom was kind of troubled also, as well as mine. And he raised his 3 sisters. And, you know, he was in the street life. Yeah. So I got with him with dreams that we would one day retire and get off the streets and live happily ever after and leave the pimp and hoeing thing alone.
Oh, was he a pimp?
No, he wasn't a pimp. He had another girl when I got with him, and then it was just me for all these years.
Yeah.
But I feel like this, the older I got, you know, as you get older, the streets get colder for women. And it's harder when you're older to make that money that you used to make as fast. Because there's younger girls, you got competition out there and stuff. Anyway, to make a long story short, I didn't have it in me. I mean, I didn't want to make as much money as I used to make because, you know, I'd get put downs and called maggots for no reason and bitches for no reason. And, you know, he just break my spirit when I really loved this man more than myself, and it was very sad.
So you guys are done though?
We don't live together. We see each other. I'm sure he got love for me, but he loves what I gave him and what I did for him. I don't really think he loves me for the person I am, because if he did, he'd help in some way, shape, or form lift us up, as well as I tried to.
Well, I wish the best for you in that situation.
Yeah, he's not a bad person, but we just grew our separate ways. He wants to be pimp daddy, and I want a life. I want a stable life with security, and know what it is to be happy and off the streets with one person or even by myself. I just want to be stable. Half my life is over. The rest, I just want to live in peace.
Do you talk to any of your kids?
My daughters found me, and I found one of them. Yeah, we talk.
Okay, what if they see this video? What's your message to them?
That I love them. They know I love them, and I gave them up just to have a chance in life.
Explain why you gave them up so they can hear this.
I gave them up because I was on the street, living the street life, living all I knew, and I didn't want to be like my mom. I wanted them to have a home. I wanted to give them to people that couldn't have children so they can bring them up right. I didn't know how. And I wasn't willing to change my life at the time, but I wasn't willing to kill them with an abortion or just have them in my lifestyle where we go to motel to hotel and then I go to jail and some pimp is watching them or some drug addict. I did not want to bring my kids into that.
Okay.
So I just wanted to give them a chance, and I just hope they love me for that. And it hurt. It hurts, but if you're a real mom, you do what's best for your children.
Yeah, absolutely.
If it takes giving them up to have a better life and a chance in life, do it.
Yeah. If people see you out there, you know, working the streets or, you know, walking around, what do you want them to know about you? Because, you know, they perceive something, but what do you want people to know about you?
I want them to know that Diana is a woman that God gave talent. God gave me a gift for poetry.
Yeah?
And it just comes off the top of my head.
Yeah, let's share some.
And this is what I wrote for my daughters. They're walking in my footsteps. It's so very plain to see. They say when they grow up, they want to be just like me. It's a scary feeling, but one that brings me pride. And it makes me pause and ponder my heart and what's inside. Do I really want my children to be like me all the time? Could I be proud to tell folks that that's a child of mine? Or would it bring me heartbreak if them wishes did come true? Mommy, when I grow up, I want to be just like you. Would I have to shed some tears and bow my head in shame if what I am today, my child soon became? Lord, make me the kind of lady the light the world could see. So I could be so very proud if one of my children became just like me.
Oh, beautiful. You wrote that yourself?
Yes, I did.
You can read and write?
Absolutely.
Where did you learn grammar and reading and writing? Did you go back to school?
Jail, prison.
Oh, prison, okay. All right. When you were working on the streets, what's the worst experience you ever had?
There were so many. But the worst is being kidnapped by a parole murderer that I didn't know was a murderer. I got in his truck. This was in New York, in downtown Manhattan.
Yeah.
Anyway, to make a long story short, he had a U-Haul. He was an old black man with the bluest eyes that looked like he was blind.
Yeah.
And it was raining out, and I asked him if I could sit in his truck. Fell asleep in the front seat. When I wake up on the freeway with a punch in my stomach and a knife in my chest. He took me to an apartment, and in the apartment, there was piles and piles of women's lingerie. It was neither panties or bras, all different sizes. This man had such hate for women. I had to ask permission for every bodily move I made before I made it. Otherwise, he would punch me, neither in my face, my head, just somewhere, and kidnap me for a whole week. Me being streetwise, not proud of it, but me being streetwise and knowing how to communicate with people and know how to react to a person that's mentally ill like that. You never panic, no matter how much fear you have. You know they got problems, so you're gonna talk to them and try to tell them that you're gonna be with them. You wanna be with them, you don't have nobody. You promise you won't leave them. And that's what I did for a whole week. But in the meantime, my eyes were just about swollen shut from not asking permission for neither sitting up, moving a hand. On the 7th day, he put me in that U-Haul and he took me to a prostitution track where girls work.
Yeah.
In downtown Manhattan on 11th Avenue, it's called. The red light district at that time. And before he let me out of that U-Haul, he looked at me in the eyes and said, if you try to leave, I'm gonna kill you. I got out of the truck, I crossed the street, and the first car that stopped was a white man. He looked in my face, he said, are you okay? Get in. I was so happy to get away from that guy. I made him drop me off at a friend's house and never went to the police. A month later, I'm sitting in Rikers Island jail. So, I never look at the newspaper, but this day I picked up the Daily News.
Yeah.
When I got to the 3rd page, his picture was this big in the newspaper. It said, paroled murderer killed 16-year-old girl in a motel room, stuffed her in the box spring of the bed. And that little girl died. I carried that guilt with me for so many years that little girl was dead because I didn't go forward. In the paper, it also said that he did 25 flat years for murders. It didn't say who he killed or how he killed them. But when I met him, he was on life parole. He had just gotten out of prison, obviously. And
I'm sorry.
yeah, that's the worst thing that ever happened to me. They found that little girl in the box spring of the motel bed. For 3 days, they was renting that room to people, it said. With this odor, they couldn't find where the odor was coming from.
What was the name of the guy? Do you remember?
No, I was like maybe 19.
Did you ever press charges or no? You go.
No. I was sitting in Rikers Island. I never even went forward to report what happened to me. That's why I carried that little girl's guilt in my mind.
You think that's one of the reasons you use?
That she died?
Is that one of the reasons you use?
No, I've been using since my son got killed in a drive-by shooting. I watched my baby die.
Okay, when did you first start using drugs?
When I was 21.
Okay.
I started smoking marijuana.
What kept you away from hard drugs while you were prostituting since the age of 7 to 19, or 21, sorry?
What kept me away? My mom, watching my mom shoot needles in her arm.
Okay, and then what made you start using? Your son passed away?
Yeah, the flashbacks of the gun and, cocaine just took all the nightmares away.
Oh, I see.
You don't dream.
Okay, now, was there any time that you've been sober since the age of 21 till now? Long periods of sobriety?
Yeah.
Without jail though, I'm not on
8
your own.
years. Yeah,
On your
I was
own?
sober 8 years, yes.
What'd you do those years?
Go to intensive outpatient,
What'd
not
you do?
inpatient.
What'd you do all those years?
I moved away. I went to Branson, Missouri.
Yeah.
Married my sugar daddy. Had a little girl. Wasn't his. It was my drug dealer's little girl, but he had got killed at the time.
Oh, your husband got killed?
No, the baby's daddy.
Oh.
I had a one-night stand with my ex and thought it was my husband's baby, but the baby wound up being black, and my husband was white.
Okay, wait. Okay, we got to go back to that. Okay. You married...
But he loved her all the same.
You married a white guy.
Yeah.
But the baby, when she was born, was black, and he realized that. What did he tell you?
He loves her still.
Was he upset at you at the time, though?
No.
Okay.
Because he stood with me during my whole pregnancy. I mean, it was our baby.
Yeah. So the baby is
She's
doing
18
good?
now.
She's doing good?
She's 18 and she
And
just
he-
had a baby. So
and he
you know
loves
who's
her?
going to be raising that baby. I got to get my life together.
Okay, let's talk about that. Let's skip the
I'm
rest of this.
fitting to.
All right. How did you remain sober during those 8 years? You go to NA?
I went to NA meetings. Anybody could do inpatient. It's so easy.
Yeah.
The test is if you really want to stay clean, go to a couple of classes a week. It really helps. Go to NA meetings. Change people, places, and things you do. You gotta change your crowd. Got to.
You know the program. What advice would you have for young people wanting to get into the party life and do heroin or other
Don't
hard
even
drugs?
try it. Don't even try, because the first time will never be the last, and it's a slow road to death.
There you go.
You do things you would normally do. Yeah, it's real bad. It's real bad.
What about
Drugs-
prostitution? What are your views on that? Whether it's positive or negative, your honesty.
Prostitution is really a miserable life.
Okay.
It may be fun for some people because they see just money signs, but money isn't everything. Your self-respect is what matters.
Yeah.
A 2-minute thrill is not worth your life. It's not just about having sex and making money. You never know who you're gonna meet next.
When you're a prostitute,
And to give your money away to a pimp that ain't gonna do shit for you, he's not gonna be in that room when that psycho goes crazy on you and beats you to death or beats you unconscious. Why are you paying this man?
when you're in relationships and you're working on the streets, does that change your sex life? Does it affect your sex life?
Excuse me?
When you want to be intimate with your husband or whatever, is it different? Being a prostitute, does it affect your sex life?
I don't have sex with men anymore.
Oh, you don't?
No, I don't even let them touch me. I have no regulars.
Okay.
None. Because I'm in love. I'm in love with a man I've been with 16 years.
But you still work the streets, so what
Yeah.
do you do?
I suck on condoms.
Okay.
I suck on a condom all day and all night. The
Okay.
money's right.
Yeah. But you don't have sex with
No,
anyone anymore.
no, I don't want them to touch me. You know, when you're in love, you don't want nobody to.
So, Diana, you think if you had different parents, strong parents in the home, both parents, you think you'd be somewhere else in life?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think God put me in my situation to
Yeah.
reach out to others through my words, through my poetry.
You had said something a few minutes ago that I think it's time to clean up. Can you elaborate on that? You said it out of the blue just a second ago. I need to get clean for my daughter or something.
No, I need to get clean for myself in order to live my dream and find somebody to really connect with,
Yeah.
because I don't need to be doing this. God gave me a
Yeah.
gift,
So what's your plan of action?
and my gift is my poetry, my words, because they're real.
Do you have an email address you could share with us?
No,
Yeah,
not
but-
at the moment.
You have no form of contact? Facebook or anything?
Facebook.
Okay, what's your Facebook name?
Oh, it's Luz Rios. L-U-Z, last name R-I-O-S.
What's the best thing about your life right now, Diana?
I stay with a vet, and I take care of an elderly man that's handicapped. I'm not getting paid for it,
Yeah?
but I'm free. I'm giving back.
That makes you happy.
Yeah.
You could be a great therapist or counselor at a rehab or something.
I could be a great counselor to the world with my words, just
can.
reaching out to people.
All right.
Here we go.
Well, let's do another one.
Self-destruction. One day I was headed for corruption, trying to forget my past with just that one more blast. As I walked around numb, feeling so sprung, crack cocaine is how one day begun. CPS and the coroner came and took my firstborn son. One day I walked the wrong track and I ran into crack. My whole world went so astray. Even though I hate it this way, I smoke crack every day. I ain't got no time to play. Eventually it became my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. As I watch and allow my body getting thinner as I live as a sinner. As I one day saw and watched the police make a U-turn, I felt my skin burn. Darn, that pipe was hot, but never hot enough to stop or drop. When I walk these streets, my pockets always have a leak. If I ain't got a hit, people ain't gonna let me sit. They throw a fit unless I got more dope to be lit. If I don't, out the door they tell me to get. I watch too many bullets fly and a lot of friends die because of chasing a high. Times I get so high I can't even cry. I take one more hit to ease my pain. But eventually the paranoia and the problems drive me insane as I walk up and down so often with a frown. Always wishing for the strength to turn my life around. So very sorry for the times I caused so much pain, because to me living dangerous I take as a game. Hurting my loved ones sure is a shame. All because one day I chose to smoke crack cocaine.
Nice. So who's your favorite artist?
Me.
Rapper?
Me.
Yeah? Awesome.
Flip the script. You know that saying, the hustler for life. I'm serious, I ain't playing. We run the streets in search of a lane. Money in our pockets, chalk it up to the game. But a hole in the road will cause bumps and bruises. Handcuffs involved, we're the one who loses. Break from jail with a new idea. Same dope, same gun, same trap man. The answer could be so simple, plain and clear. But to a lot of these street hustlers, the ear will never ever hear. Thank you.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
God bless you.
I don't know if you believe in God, but yep. Thank
Absolutely.
you so much. Take care,
and
Diane.
he's got me.